Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for the mid-session, the second session out of 3 in the final of the D88.com German Masters between ourselves, Neil Robertson, and the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams. Now the first session was contested on Wednesday's episode, a 4-frame session, and after that we are locked in at 2 frames apiece. Some very, very good snooker showcased in that session. Really good stuff, and hopefully that will continue going into today's session. Now I said in the last episode, which is a statement I still go along with and I still believe, that this session could be a big one. It could really be moving day, as they call it in golf, whereby one player really shows his stuff and pulls out. Or it could be at the end of this session, as we were, it could be 5 each, and that is the joy of snooker. So getting underway then. Mark Williams had already broke off for frame 5 in the previous episode. So just starting off with a safety shot. Not the biggest spectacle to start off with, granted. But this has been a great final so far. And hopefully it will continue to be so. So I think worst case scenario here is for us to be 6-4 behind after this. 5 each would be great, a lead would be great. 7-3 makes it tricky, I have to say, if that's the case after this session. 8-2, and you know we're going to struggle to come back from there.
Well,
but
not the best safety there.
Early on here we've certainly got the first chance. Made a bit more awkward because the blue's been knocked off its spot. But I'm fairly confident of the pot, so we've got a lot of flexibility just to bring this cue ball back up towards this area of the table and play one of the bulk colours. But the potential for a break here might be a little bit minimalistic because, well, there's only the 3 bulk colours on, which means that if we're going to continue this break, then the cue ball's got to travel quite a long way. Tried our best to snooker ourselves in behind the green ball there.
This isn't easy.
That's a fabulous pot.
So if anything, we'll just try and get a few points on the board. And then try and play a good safety if nothing comes of it. You should be able to see a pot from here.
9.
Also acts a bit of a safety shot potentially as well, as we don't hit the lot of the red as we come through. It is a tricky one though. No, we've missed it. And we've cannoned the other red, but if you look at where the reds have ended up, we've got away with it. So, bit of luck involved there. A lot of luck, to be honest. However, it's a good shot played by Willow there. We are going to struggle to get out of this. But we've got a bit of a lucky break with this red that we can just play fairly straight on and get it back into this sort of position. So very fortunate that wedge was there. That makes things a lot easier. Get the cue ball right on the cushion. Maybe a few millimetres away from it, but pretty close on. And just playing the delicate roll-up shot. And he's touching ball, which means that by rights,
not what he intended at all. That's a poor shot.
We can just try and play a snooker.
Touching ball.
Now we had a problem with this shot. The last time we had a situation like this. Can't remember what match it was in now. But I think that was because we potted a ball. But that was quite poor from where we were. We had a good opportunity to get it up to bulk and safe, but just underhit it. Which means that surely there's a long red on for Mark Williams. He isn't going to miss at that pace, you wouldn't have thought. Certainly not. However, there's not a lot on for him here. This is the problem with the table the way it sits. So he's going to have to play a really aggressive shot, which he is doing, and pots a brilliant brown.
6.
And the black could be on here, but if he's going to pot this black, then he's going to have to take a lot of risk. He opens things up a lot if he pots this, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's potted it, and, well, he's got a decent chance now. I presume the black won't go back on its spot. Yeah, it'll go onto the blue spot.
14.
So in a few shots there, Mark Williams has made a very tough situation look quite easy. And so from there, you would surmise he's got a good chance of clearing this table the way he's playing.
21.
So pink now on the black spot. Obviously one of the cluster of two. Too close to the pink spot, so it can't be respotted.
28.
And that kick on the yellow won't harm things at all. Well, that was well played. Could have been on a break if he'd hit that one. Played it too hard.
44.
But this is great snooker, it really is. One chance and he takes it. And we've been pretty much like that in this match, albeit, you know, a little bit too aggressive there. Could have really just, rather than chasing our tails, make a good safety on the green. If you remember back,
58.
we played the green, fairly straight green, and played and screwed back, tried to get on a red. Well, we could have just played a safety. Because the potential for a break, which has been nullified now,
59.
that's worry for a potential of a break has been nullified because Mark Williams has done so well here and just needs one more red, but unfortunately, he's not going to get it.
Mark Williams, 65.
That was rather unlucky. Only needed the one red to finish things off in this frame. So, there could be a route back into this. I have to say I doubt it, but you never know.
Excellent safety shot.
A good safety there. Oh, that's going to hit the blue or the pink. No, it's not. I'll tell you what, that's a bit fortunate. This was half close on. Very tempted to go for a pot here, but I just can't tempt myself. Because if we miss it, it is pretty much frame over. At the pace we're going to have to play at anyway to give ourselves a chance. There's just not much point. Whereas this safety looks like it's got a good pace to it. Yeah, that's a good shot. Where's this cue ball going to end up? It's going to really thickly hit the brown. Once again, in fairness, none of these are gimmies, so you're going to have to be pretty brave to take one on, and I'm not that brave at the moment. The one nearest the pink spot now could be a potential. Didn't really run as far as I liked. That's exactly what he's going to try and go for. And it's there. So that should be the first frame of the day.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
1. 8.
Obviously, his earlier break was the big contributor
Mark Williams.
to getting that one over the line. But I don't think there's any point us playing on. We'd need 4 snookers.
Well played.
And we'll just call it there for that frame. Mark Williams, the better player. Totally deserved that break. But that isn't half an aggressive one to start off with. And it's not going to work for him. What a peculiar
This was plenty
break
of
off that
power.
was. And it feels like he went for that because if you looked at the angle he was playing it directly into the reds. So no question in my mind that that was his intention. It wasn't a miss hit or anything like that. Just a question of why would you do it? Really strange. I was going to play the green, but the angle's better playing the yellow.
He's taking this
Obviously
on.
got to pot it, which we have done.
3.
But after all the good snooker he played in the last frame, it seems like a
It's half a chance.
real waste
Chance
of that
nonetheless.
good work. I know we've done it plenty of times before. Got a century or whatever and then just blown it in the next frame. It just seems such a shame.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous pot.
But as I alluded to, we've still got to make the most of this. Still got to pot the balls, and that's easier said than done. However, when you compare it to the chance in the previous frame, it's worlds apart, isn't it, really? Worlds apart.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
12. $19.
It's important to make the right shot choices to keep us on track. Two shots to choose from here, as you can see. Just deciding which one's best, and we've gone with that one, and I'm happy with that. Position's ended up just fine.
20.
Worst thing to do is to get a good opportunity like this and then not take it to its maximum potential.
Played it well.
27.
I think we might need a split shot from here. Unless we aren't satisfied and we go back onto the one on the cushion, which might be potential because that's just too straight, really. So we'll try it again. With this being right on the cushion, it makes things a bit more complex.
35.
Have to play with a bit of side to get us a little bit off the cushion. Make sure we pot the ball first and foremost, which we have done. That's fine. There's a little bit of room for manoeuvre.
6.
Although just looking at this, we could pot to the middle pocket. I'm just thinking I don't want to take too many risks. Again, we haven't got a massive lead.
Loss of concentration there, I think.
Neil Robertson.
That's happening far too often recently.
He's taking this on to the right middle.
A bit of a nothing miss, that.
1.
Focused so much on the position that we just took our eye off the pot. And I saw a knew straight away that wasn't going in. I thought, it's going a bit too far left. And we could be made to pay for this. 2 frames down in quick succession.
This needs to be played at the right pace.
We're certainly starting something good there.
9.
On for at least a 50 or 60 break if we'd played our cards right. But ultimately,
11.
it didn't work. But that's going to be end of break for Mark Williams. Again, a little bit unfortunate there.
11.
However, can't say the safety's too wise.
Tough shot coming up.
I think after the shot we played, we've been very fortunate to be pretty much unscathed, really, from there.
Out of the top drawer.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
1.
Now, I don't know if this is stupidity or what, but this could
Not
do
what
with
he
pulling up.
intended.
7.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Again, I don't know why I took the risk and played that, because you just know that sort of thing's going to happen. But alas, it's no real problem. Again, just safety.
Neil Robertson. 7.
I'll tell you something. Mark Williams' safety the last few shots has been
Tricky shot here.
really poor. I don't mind keep going for these long reds.
What a
We're pretty good at them
pot that is.
as it goes.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
1.
Now this one might be wrong. Does it cut into the middle pocket? It absolutely does. Can get this in the right position. Just hope we've not gone too far, which we might have done. Yeah, we have done, but there's another chance. If this doesn't go in, we only leave the one that we don't pot. Oh, we've underhit that massively. For a position, we got the pot, great, but the position is lacking.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
9.
Oh,
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
you'd have me fooled. Don't think that was a very good
But hasn't
positional
really
shot.
worked out at all.
And we ran out of luck there. Unfortunately. Oh, so we're touching ball. That's an interesting dynamic. Let's just get this onto the cushion. That'll get to the middle pocket, won't it? You absolute tool. Have a
Neil
brain.
Robertson, 14.
Well, he's taking it on.
1.
Not started this session well. Really haven't.
4.
Have half a brain, though. Come on. Again, I don't mind him winning frames fair and square, but if we're going to give him chances, easy chances, then we're not really final worthy. So a bit of work to do early on. Oh, there you go. Mark Williams is in the middle of the table. Fair enough.
$21.
But if we can get the next 2 frames back, it's all forgotten. It doesn't help, to be honest. Although, that being said... No, he can play the yellow again, can't he? He's not snookered here.
Just the colours to go.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that'd be an awfully strange shot.
28.
Painful thing is, you could see we were that close to winning the frame as well.
37.
Going to come down to the black here, but it's...
43.
I don't think it's going to be potted here by Willow, so we might have another shot, or maybe we won't. Well, there you go. What a pot that was. Didn't think he'd pot that one, but an excellent break of 50, and he's stolen that frame from us from just some... Oh, don't think incompetence is too harsh there.
Neil Robertson.
So we've got a bit of work to do to get back into this session. Not getting too panicked just yet. Could really do with winning this frame, though, and bringing the deficit back down to 1. Now, what you don't really want is one of those hits off the near jaw. Bit fortunate, though, that nothing's been left in a directly potable position. I'll tell you what, though, he had a stab at that, did Willow, I'll tell you that much.
That's an excellent safety.
He's playing the safety and aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
Well, this has got a good line. This has got a good line. Might be a bit too hard, but it's got a good line. No, it's just perfect. What a shot that was.
That's beautifully judged.
So we've got him in a snooker. And as he gets out of it, he has left... Oh. Come on, surely there's a chance we can pot this, I was about to say.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
Doesn't get better for us, does it? Doesn't get better for us.
Opening red.
1.
It's been a bad start. And, you know, okay, you can have a bad start and recover, but 3 frames in a row and you've got a problem.
4.
And ultimately, it was our great safety that caused that, and the only player that's benefiting from our good safety is the man that had to get out of that snooker.
7.
Now, if that's not logic, I don't know what is. Huh. Not.
8.
So we face an incredible task if we do lose this frame, that
13.
all of a sudden we need to win the next 3 to just draw this session.
14. 16.
This is a long pot on the red, but I'm fairly certain he'll take care of it.
He's tempted by this red.
Well, I was wrong.
And he's
I was wrong.
Mark Williams.
Well, he should have done a bit more with that, I think. That wasn't half a shocker. And now we have got a chance. Again, we spoke a lot about it and making the most of chances, but do we really mean it? So let's find out. Oh, it's not a great chance, this.
He's playing for the right corner here. Excellent pot.
Tried to split the red slightly. And where's this one going to go?
6.
Right over the pocket, would you believe? I don't know if there's any way of playing with side out of this. I think the only way to play this sort of shot
Well,
is like you see,
it looks safe from here.
off the cushion. That wasn't bad, was it? That could have been incredibly risky if we'd have gone in off, but we were okay. So a bit of work to do. Let's try and make the most of this now. But let's keep cool. Let's try our best that if we can't continue the break, just to
13.
not leave a pot on. Play a good safety. Know when we're beaten. Because the previous 2 frames have been given away by us missing a pot and leaving a gimme, really, for Mark Williams.
Beautiful pot.
14.
Albeit in the previous one. Not the well, actually didn't end up being that, did it, in the previous one? I thought we might have done when we missed the black. Leave a chance, but we didn't.
Play this with plenty of
Well, we
power.
left a chance, but not one that was taken to its full potential.
21.
Yeah, that didn't go well. So, as promised, we'll duck out. I'm happy with that. Again, there's a potential long pot on, but he's got to play a good shot to pot this.
Neil Robertson, 21.
Just a safety, don't blame him. But where are the Reds going to end up? We like playing with a bit of side, don't we?
1.
I like playing with a bit of side. Especially when it works.
He's lining this up into the left centre pocket.
Oh, that's a
Well, he lost
really
control
bad
of
hit on the
there.
brown.
He's played that poorly.
That had gone far enough to get onto the
7.
next red, but albeit we haven't. So, again, back to the drawing board. Not quite getting the run of the table so far. But no problem. Playing a lot better in terms of our safety this frame.
Brilliantly played.
Neil Robertson, 7.
And that is not the best shot, but I'll tell you what, he's got away with it by leaving the black over the corner pocket. Goodness me. That hit on the brown, the black could have been fatal. Turns out it certainly won't be. Just be the opposite. It'll just close this frame effectively. Make it a lot tougher for anybody to get in now. Unless he leaves this red here. Which he hasn't. It might be a bit of a while until this is opened up. Unless somebody makes a mistake. Oh, it's got a good line. It's a good shot, that. Obviously, he can still play off the red. But that's his only option. And he has potentially left one on. And he certainly has done.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Look at how tight that is. Obviously, got to get the potting angle as well. And you can see we've got it.
1.
So, a good pot. Can't quite get to the brown. That was a little bit encouraging to see if we could put that in. Make things a bit easier for ourselves. Now, does the red pass the black? It might do, but again, it's just not tempting enough to play. So, again, I have to play safe here. Just don't like the look of the table the way it is. Could really open up, but I don't want to be the player to do that. So an easy enough safety.
He'll be pleased with that.
More than happy with that.
Neil Robertson, 1.
But the risk with playing a safety is that your opponent could better you. Ooh, that's not looking good. And it's especially not looking good now.
In off.
Last thing I want to do is going off there. Staying tight to the cushion, we're okay. He can now pick any position for this shot.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
I don't think he'll miss it at that pace, will he? I know I've said that before, but yeah.
That's a top shot. Well played.
1.
So again, some work to do here to get our mojo back.
9.
Just went into those far too thick. Didn't think it would cause that sort of a rupture, but inevitably did.
15.
So Mark Williams is just rattling off the frames here. Very quickly becoming the front runner in this race. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. It is the first to 10, of course.
21.
However we get there, whether it's 10-9 or 10-0. And it certainly won't be 10-0.
23. 24.
But he could be pretty confident if Mark Williams gets a chance that he'll take it and score big.
It's
just one red left, and he has potted it. So just the colours to go. He's 21 ahead, so needs 2 colours unless he pots the black, and he has done. So the black will win in the frame.
39.
And it's been all Mark Williams so far. So it is that worst case scenario, knowing that unless we win the next 3 frames, we are going to be behind going into the final session. The question is how far behind. Again, 6-4, don't really have a problem. 7-3 is tough. We've got to get at least 1 on the board or it is really game over. But Mark Williams is playing well with the chances he's getting. He's doing all the right things. We're just struggling to make our mark. Pardon the pun.
Williams to break.
And this will be madness. Doesn't go in. But it is there.
Great opening red.
And we just need one of those real confidence frames. Where we have one visit, win the frame, and almost all is forgotten. Except we can see the scoreboard right ahead of us. So don't need any more reminder.
He's an expert.
Need to pop this blue. These are easily missable. Looks okay to me though. And it's there.
6.
So even though we split the reds nicely, it's still a tough challenge from here.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
What a tremendous pot.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
7.
Hmm.
12.
Not quite gone as planned that. Wants to bring the black into play, but we've done the opposite in effect.
13.
It's okay. The angle does set up a decent chance.
This is tough.
That's just magnificent.
And again, good players don't become bad overnight. We know what we're doing. We're just not quite getting our
17.
long-term tactics right here to pull off a
He's going
good
for
enough
the
frame.
target.
Hopefully this will be the exception.
Down it goes.
Simply wonderful.
18. $25.
Real pig in a poke at the moment,
He's
but
aiming to sink this into the right
that's what
corner.
we're having to do, unfortunately. This place a lot harder.
No problem there.
Even though, funnily enough, we don't hit any of the reds. I thought we would.
26.
Just too straight to get an angle, isn't it? That's the problem. But then we could be looking at this yellow and having a real issue if we miss. Don't think it's going to be too harmful to just
Going
play
for the
safe
snooker
here.
behind the green, I think.
Didn't really work out, but I don't think we've left anything on.
Worked out all that well.
Neil Robertson, 26.
One or two mistakes. Still
Well, we had done,
into his
but
game.
that is a big mistake, that, from Willow. If he's going to make a mistake like that, then we really need to pounce on it. He doesn't make many, as we've seen so far.
1.
But we really need to capitalise from this. Get our first frame of the session on the board.
8.
Position looks good for a colour.
But this is looking better. Don't want to put a jinx on us.
9.
But if we win this frame, then 2 out of 2 doesn't look all too unrealistic.
16.
I'm struggling to fathom what I played there. Shakes head off camera. Just those silly little shots that we're not really paying too much attention to, which is the issue. Leave tricky pots like this now that we've got to get. And luckily we save ourselves that time.
That's a wonderful,
But the position
wonderful
definitely not optimised now.
17.
And again, don't think it's unwise to play a safety, but try and do it better this time. Good targeting behind that green. Yep, that's
an
okay.
excellent shot and a challenging snooker.
It is an awkward snooker he's got to get out of, and would do very well not to leave anything on. Oh, well. That's the sort of player we're up against today. I think he'll leave anything on from there. He'll never leave anything on. I'm tempted by this one along the cushion,
Taking this red on.
but I just think it's set up for disaster. Dear.
I'm not sure what happened there, but it's a poor result.
Oh, really? That one went? Oh, my God.
1.
Well, one day to the next, it's amazing how things can change.
7.
It really is, and if he takes this chance, it's an uphill battle from here. Because we don't look like winning a frame. Our short game's okay, our very short game, a few shots, but we're struggling to really muster anything of real significance.
21.
Just need a lucky break. And it's not so much that, we just need to be aware of the shots we're playing. Just chasing the cue ball around the table at the moment. Trying our best, whacking the reds open to give ourselves the best chance. Rather than half chances, and that's not working at the moment. But we will get another chance in this frame.
Mark Williams, 26.
An immediate chance.
One.
Probably the dog in the background there, so I apologise for that. There's no way we can get onto these, is there really? Unless we try and manoeuvre something off the cushion. I've got no idea.
Tremendous
Worth a shot. Yeah, we have split them, and that is a pretty good shot. Probably the best shot we've played all day. I know there isn't much competition, but that might just be the lucky break we need.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
And this could be, if it goes right for us, a big opportunity miss for Mark Williams.
8.
Still got to win the frame though.
15.
And winning the frame will be achieved if we pop the red. So we've got one back. The aim is to get a grip of things and go on a bit of a run and win the next two and forget those first two frames ever happened. First three frames, sorry.
20.
But that is easier said than done. It certainly is.
Just the colours now.
25.
For some reason I went brown. I mean, this is the problem. I don't know what's up with me today. Just went brain dead. Thought I was playing the brown next. I mean, luckily the green goes in, but again, it's not natural position at all. I mean, luckily we're not worrying about the frame anymore. But even that was way off a double, which again I think I can be excused for. But we need to wake up. We've got that frame off virtue of a little bit of luck, I think. And a few little chipping away chances. But hopefully that frame will just give us a little bit of the confidence we need and we can get a bit of a run going. And again, try and do our best to level up the session and forget that the first three frames ever happened. And give us a fighting chance as well going into Monday's last session.
He'll want to get this cue ball close to the cushion.
He's left an early chance here. Not much safety involved there.
This is no gimme.
That's a good opening red.
1.
So this is a chance. Again, whether we take it is a different issue.
Lots of power on this shot.
That's way too far. Well, I overdone that massively. Can't believe how far that went. Just feels like I've lost my judgment, really does. It leaves a really awkward shot here. We've got to play excellently. Taking a lot of risks here, but I feel like it's something we've, well, not got to do, but want to do. And it has worked out for us in the short term, whereby we are still at the table. That's the first big relief, and we haven't left
9.
umpteenth reds on for Willow. This is now a good chance. Get the deficit back down to 1.
Really well played.
13.
Try and breathe a little bit here.
Just wants to sink this into
Have a bit of
the
confidence
left
in our
corner.
position and our play.
What a top pot that was.
Really impressive cueing.
But ultimately, we shouldn't be putting ourselves in these positions, trying to save the session. Should be doing better than this. Again, that's gone a bit too far, but not so much of a problem.
21.
We were originally going to hit that at 70%, which I'm very glad we didn't, because that would have been out of position altogether for the pink, which was the main ball we were going for. However, it's reworkable. It's not a scrap part just yet. So that's my manufacturing head talking. It's amazing if you get a good chance how quickly you can reel off the balls. Still is early days in this break, but you'd say we've got a good chance. You know, it doesn't really matter about a censure or anything like that. Just enough to give us another frame on the board. We have got licence to slow down our play if we need to, avoid playing anything silly.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket.
41.
He's taking the red on. Brilliant! What a magnificent pot.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
42.
Wasn't intending on getting on the black there, but I feel like it's an opportunity that's not worth missing.
49.
This should be pretty straightforward.
50.
Well, that's not too bad actually. Panic over. I had a worry about the black. I thought, wonder if this will work out for us. Now, I'm more than aware there's a red up there, but
Not an easy one, but a
it's
hard
damage
chance.
limitation. If we miss this, which we have done,
Close, but not quite.
we're only leaving one red on. If we'd have played that as we were and tried to play good position on one of the ones down the table, then we'd have left a lot more on. But that, again, is just from a little bit of a lack of forward planning. We saw the black and went for it. We should have just stuck to our guns and went, no, let's keep on the pink. That's what we originally played for. That was our original plan. Just all got a bit tight down there.
7. 8. 15. 16.
We could be made to regret that. Would have been really good if we'd have pulled another one back. Made it 5-4.
23.
But that might just be our get out of jail free card. And he's just playing safe, so not confident at all. He's hit the pink.
Mark Williams, 23.
And that is very much our get out of jail free card. We'd be well advised to use that.
1.
We've got a cracking chance now. Winning this frame. And it was flawless play in the first session. Not sure about that in this one from either player. Mark Williams played well, but we have been afforded a chance or two here.
8.
problem here.
Nine.
So this black will put us ahead by 43 points. Just the red needed to bring it back to 5-4.
Nicely positioned for the red.
No problem there.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent.
And if we can bring this back to 5 each, then excellent. But again, I ask myself, why put ourselves in this painful position? Now 6-4 is the worst we can do now, which isn't too bad, considering how we were.
24.
Really isn't. But again, we should have done better. So going into the last frame of the session, 5 each would be an amazing scoreline. Not very well deserved, but then there are 2 halves to every session, I suppose. Every frame counts as much as the next. But whatever it is, whether it's 6-4 or 5 each, it sets up a tight session for
32.
the next episode on Monday,
Colours remaining.
in which we'll see whether we'll triumph and become the champion of the German Masters, or whether Mark Williams will take it. And I think this next frame is going to be a biggie. At 5 each, then it's anybody's. 6-4. And although it's, again, not the biggest of leads ever, you'd prefer to have a lead than not into the final. So Mark Williams,
37.
the favourite for that session, if
Pace
the last frame of the
is
session goes to Willow. But we've put ourselves back in the match nevertheless.
14.
Whatever happens, that's not to say we can just chuck away the next frame. Far from it. Oh well. Missed the blue, doesn't really matter. I was going to concede the frame then. If I had done, I'd have cried. No, let's just let it play out. We've won the frame. We're back to only one frame's gap. Mark Williams is wondering how, after how we played, how on earth we've managed to wangle that one.
Thank you. The 10th frame. Mark Williams to break.
He's got the pace to leave the cue ball safe from the red. I don't think so.
Yes, he's taking the pot.
Yep,
on.
he's taking it on. Good shot. Good shot from Willow.
Opening red.
1.
Not a lot we could have done about that. Could have gone a bit more aggressive. Now, is he going to try and do what we did last time and open them up? Obviously, we did it from the start, but is he going to try and open them up from his third shot? No.
9.
Doesn't want to give anything away too easily, playing the sensible approach of just getting a few points and coming back up to bulk. But is it that sensible? Not too sure, because he has opened up the pack. And to be honest,
Well, he's taking
it's not
red
worked
on.
for him.
Brilliant shot.
So we're back in this.
1.
It's a good shot, that. And this table, not necessarily at our mercy, but it's a good chance
Well, I'm
nonetheless.
surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
See if we can make this 5 each.
Played with real power.
Make
Great
it all
cue.
level pegging going into
6.
the next session. And some of you might think, well, you know,
Doesn't want to
bloody
overheat
pointless after 10 frames, after that much time, you're still level pegging. Well, considering the position I was in, I'm very happy with that. If we can do it. Again, it's not done yet.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on. That's a beauty.
12.
He's got nice position on the blue
Some
ball.
favourable cannons there to put us on the pink.
13.
Albeit we're still going to have to open these up with a bit of venom. I might play the blue though here. Or maybe not. Maybe it is the pink that's the best shot.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. In it goes.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
So,
19.
this is just the shot to see whether we can get position. But again, you've got to pot the ball. You have to pot the ball to get the
Robertson,
position.
19. 1.
Very fortunate there. Very fortunate. Might not get away with this. But looking at where all the balls are and how far he's got to travel, it's going to be tough.
6. 12. 13. 19. 20.
So the big comeback might be over. He's got a good angle on the pink to open things up here. We were just on the brink of opening it up and missed that red. We went with pace to try and get on a colour. It didn't happen.
27.
But from where we were, I don't think 6-4 is a bad result out of this session.
34.
I think it's fairly final now given how the balls are situated.
35. 40.
But maybe not.
Mark Williams, 40.
Wrong again. And that is a big surprise. Just praying we don't hit the red on the way back. And we do, but it's only a slight kick, so no problem there. But I've left the one on by the pink spot, but it's a long pot. And it's a good pot. It's a good one.
1.
So that is going to be frame over. Didn't play good enough safety there. But it was a good pot from Mark Williams nevertheless. We didn't leave him a gimme. So red and colour to enter the final session, 2 frames up.
7.
And that's fully deserved. I'm not saying we deserve to be 5 each, the way we've played. Could be even worse. But to salvage 2 frames out of that 6-frame session,
14.
again, isn't too bad. I'm quite happy with that. But we do need to play far better in the last session, and you'll be able to see that on Monday. So, we'll leave it there for now. We'll concede the frame. 6-4, 2 behind going into the last session. Fairly happy with that, all things considered.
Neil Robertson to break.
And we'll just watch the break-off shot for frame number 11 here. And we've been known for our close games in this tournament, particularly that decider against Selby. And Willow's going to decide to go on a bit of a break here. Maybe even win the frame from this visit. I can't see it. But we're going to watch it nevertheless.
4.
And if he opens the reds up here, then we could be watching him go 7-4 up.
12. 18.
And it's not actually first to 10, which I said earlier. It's first to 9. So 7-4 again. It's a bit of a rocky road from there.
26.
And I think whatever happens, because of the way that Mark's made this break, now we're going to have to play the duration of this frame. And then Monday's session will be a bit shorter.
27. 29.
Again, the video's not too long here, so happy to play this frame. Well, might not be much playing we're doing here. Bit fortunate though, because
30.
he's not left the black and he's gone in off.
Neil
That was a
Robertson,
stinker.
4.
He's chosen to play on
That
here.
was a stinker from Willow, to be brutally honest.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Just try and get the pack open. Try and get ourselves a chance. And again, if we can make this 5-6, and the final session, which is now going to be 6 frames rather than 7,
Into this frame.
should be an interesting one. Again, as I said, 7-4, long way back, tough
6.
from there. But 5-6, and it's absolutely game on.
So, this pot into the right corner. Beautiful.
Just about bypassing the pink there.
7.
Now you've got to play the right shot here. Which I'm more than aware we sometimes don't do.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
Yeah, that was the right shot on that occasion.
13.
Gonna play for the black here.
Very important.
14.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Bridging right off the red, which made things a bit harder. But luckily we have got pot to the middle, so it's a bit of a saving grace. Now I'm going to play through this red. It's a good chance for her to get some pots, but again, it's just that
This is a real opportunity.
air of awkwardness if we hit that awkwardly and
22.
we don't get on the black. It's just all about
He's attempting
almost
to sink
security,
this
knowing that
into
you're going to
the
be on the next shot, or giving you at least yourself the best chance to be on the next shot.
What a top shot that is.
Great technique, superb cueing.
28.
Ooh.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
It is a little awkward, but
29.
again, where the red is, it's
Well,
not a
it
massive
goes.
issue.
Half a chance. That's a beauty.
Wonderful
If you
shot.
say so, Mr. Hendon, then thank you very much.
Gently does it.
We just need to keep our focus here. Give ourselves enough to complete this frame and get it over the line.
Well, he's taking it on. That's right out.
Let's have a look after this shot, what the permutations are.
Pretty good to me.
So we're 15 ahead. So pretty much you're going to need both of the reds,
Perfect
unfortunately.
pace applied for this shot.
That's a great pot.
Again, no harm if we just
Playing
quit
very
while we're
good
ahead.
here.
41.
But equally, this red will go, so we'll see.
48.
Shouldn't be an issue. Yep, it's a good pot, and it opens up the other one.
49.
So we'll play the pink here and get some direct screw back. And all of a sudden,
He's lining this
the
up
route
into the right middle pocket.
running this frame is made a lot easier.
Nicely done.
And this, funnily enough,
Really good.
maybe because we weren't expecting it, who knows. We're only a few frames in this, only 6 frames in the session, extended to 7 because of our poor break off that gave Mark Williams an immediate chance, so we couldn't
Shuts the door on his
break
opponent
from
in
there,
this frame.
pardon the pun, but a really good break. Best frame in this session.
Going for the left centre.
Crucial one for us to win. Again, the gap between 6-5, obviously a lot smaller than 7-4. And it's game on. Really is in Friday's episode.
Just the colours to go.
Sorry, Monday's episode. See, I'm getting it all wrong. Not even the snooker. Well, not just the snooker. See, it's time for me to get to bed, clearly. Had enough today. But it's a decent session overall. Ends up at 4-3 to Mark Williams.
67.
So not a disaster. Again, you'd probably accept that even if you played
Coming up.
a stonking session. So, just swings and roundabouts, and hopefully we can be on the right side of that. At 4-2
Andy's going for it.
for the final session, so that we then win this match and lift the German Masters trophy. But we'll pop these two balls.
76.
Bit of a tighter angle than I imagined.
This isn't easy.
But that's a good shot nonetheless. If it makes it, has it got the legs? Certainly has. Starting to get the run of the table now. And by far our biggest break of the match so far. Well, not the match, but this session. With a break of 89, and that does finish the session. So, we'll watch Mark Williams break off for the next one, and even if there is a potting chance, we will just hold back. And that was a much needed frame. Gives me some confidence now going into the next session. And clearly, Mark Williams has lost some of his. So we'll see frame number 12 in the next one. If you enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like down below. Remember, of course, the last session for this match will be on Monday at 6 PM. So be there or be square. Thank you for watching, folks. I've been CIJ Gaming. And until the next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.